Welcome back, everybody. I'm Marcio. You're watching The Urban Man. So today we're going to try and do a fairly quick comparison over here regarding different die costs. So this comparison is basically just to show for 50 bucks what you're going to get. Well, this one a little bit more than 50 bucks because this was in a set, but this one for 50 bucks versus 150 bucks versus 250. So just to see, is there value for money in moving from something to this, to getting something this, or just jumping it all and just getting something like this? Is it worth the investment? And we'll drop a conclusion at the end of this. So what we're going to do is, I've got a mainline. In case you're wondering, what is a mainline? Let me get a camera here. A mainline is basically your standard die casts that you get from Hot Wheels, meaning that the base will mostly be plastic and the body is out of metal. Sometimes that does swap around. Sometimes the body can be made out of plastic and the base out of metal, but that's pretty much it. Then you get the Hot Wheels premiums, which is metal on metal. So metal body and metal base. So what we're going to do is, let's start with the mainline. This is also a mainline, but this was actually in a 5-pack set, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very cool. Lovely. My only con about this particular model is that there's no tampos on the headlights. There's no headlights. There is a Porsche logo there. It's not picking up a little bit right on the bonnet in front there, above that little boliki, below that little boliki, and same thing with the rear. There's no tampos or anything. Hot Wheels does this a lot. Normally, if there is a lot of tampos and that on the sides and that, then they actually skip out on the front. I think it's just to keep costs down. This one over here, this main line here, it's got the Porsche logo on the side there. It does have headlights, but nothing in the rear. Okay, so let's look at this one. Mainline, this is how the mainline normally comes packaged. Sometimes you get longer cards, but that is how your main lines come packaged. Short cards and you get long cards. All right, let's leave that there. Okay, so we got nice blue rims over there. The tires are also plastic on your main lines. Plastic tires. Like I said, the shell is in metal. So we got mirrors on this particular model here. It's detailed pretty well. The bonnet has got some nice indentation over there. Got some nice lines. You got this spoiler, which is part of the bottom base. And moving over to the side, you do have some door handles over there as well, some vents on the back rear there. It also has a spoiler, this particular model. Inside is a little bit difficult to see, but this model does have a blue interior. It's detailed alright. There's seats, there's a whole cockpit over there. Looking at the back, it does have like a roll bar over there at the back. There's the spoiler, and then you got the exhaust, a twin pipe coming out the rear end over there, which forms part of the base. Like I said, there's no tampos of rear tail lights, sorry, not headlights. But overall, pretty impressive die cast, and not too badly detailed, I must say. Got some nice arches as well. Right, let's put this guy down for a minute quickly and let's take a look at this one. This, like I said, this is a Hot Wheels Premium. So those generally will come packaged like so. And you can see at the top there, it says Hot Wheels Premium. This is from the Car Culture silhouette. This is obviously this particular model that I've unboxed. Or sorry, should I rather say that I bought unboxed. Let's put that down. And let's take a quick look at this premium Hot Wheels model. So like I said, you got a metal body and a metal base. Now another thing is with these premiums, you also get rubber tires. Now obviously you can if you look at, if I move that around, you can see the main line. It's like got a gloss finish over there, whereas this one, because of it being rubber tires, there's no gloss finish. That's the easiest way that I can show you. Now the rims on this is done extremely well. This is a beautiful example of a Hot Wheels premium. So you got your rim there, and then if you look at the back, can you pick that up? Yep, there we go. You can see the rear has a deep dish. It's nicely detailed. You got a chrome outer lip over there, and inside is black with a center chrome. That's obviously the pin that runs through for your tires. As with all Hot Wheels, they all are awesome rollers. This mainline actually rolls a lot easier. This is a bit more heavier, so it's not rolling as smooth as this one does. But depending what you're going to be doing, are you going to be sending these things down a track, or is it just for display purposes? So the weight is a big difference. This one feels a lot heavier, being metal on metal. Now, obviously, it's difficult comparing these two models because they are different cars, obviously, different models. So obviously, they are different Porsche models, so they won't look identical. But we are looking at detail. That's what's going to be the big, obviously, deciding factor. Is it worth moving from a 50 Rand car to a 150 Rand car? So, like I said, you're getting rubber tires, you're getting a metal base and a metal body. Detail-wise, generally these have a bit more detail as well. Now, it's like I said, it's difficult comparing side by side, but if you look at the headlights, your headlights are painted on. You got some indicators that are painted on as well. You got some branding on the top there, on the sides, and you got some rear tampos as well, of your rear tail lights and RWB there at the back. Whereas your mainline, because of them trying to make it as cheap as possible, and they've got all this branding, like I showed you just now, generally if there is branding or tampos or decos on the side, generally they skimp somewhere else. So for this case, they had to skimp on the rear to try and bring the cost down. Whereas with your premium models, generally it's always painted in the front and in the rear. So here we've also got the exhaust pipes, which is nicely added on. And this actually comes from the body. It's not coming from the base like on this model. You can see those exhaust pipes, those are coming from the rear. Here they've actually brought it down, but once again, different models, so difficult to compare them side by side, but very well detailed as well. If I try, it's got rivets around the windows. Once again, door handles. You got little mirrors there. One thing for sure with both cars, they've added mirrors, but if you look at these mirrors, they are really tiny, not into proportion, but they are there. There is something. I know there are some cars that don't come with any mirrors. Scale wise, beautiful. The way they've done this car is fantastic job. Even you got your little cutout there. This one is even more difficult to see the interior because the windows have got like a slight tint to them. But yeah, quality wise, definitely you can feel a lot of weight. It depends on you if you want to move from this to this. For me personally, you can see where the costs are involved in making something like this, moving away from this. So it's up to you to decide, is it worth that investment? I think where we're going to see, is it even worth more of an investment, is now jumping from this guy, your Hot Wheels Premium, to moving over something which is, I would say, mid. I know there are things that are probably more detailed, but I would say this is your next step moving up in the diecast world as to more of a premium. Well, they say premium, we're gonna check it out now. So let's open this guy up here. So we got the Porsche 911 Carrera S here in Guards Red. Let's get this guy open. I want to try and preserve this box because I still want to not keep it or display it in the box. So this particular, I actually still got the price on there. This particular model, 260, depending where you buy them from, but I have seen them go for about 250 as well. But then I bought this locally. If I'm still going to pay for shipping, it's not worth it for me, so I'll pay the 10 Rand more and just pick it up myself. Okay, let's go, there we go. Okay, unboxed. So obviously packaging wise, different to your Hot Wheels. This comes in a nice little box. Let's open it up from this side. You got officially licensed product by Porsche. I think this is also officially licensed, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost 100% sure they are. They have to be. Yeah, so got some nice TSM models there. Once again, this holographic, some holographic licensing. This is for, obviously, for authentication and that sort of thing. Let's get this sucker open. Enough about boxes. All right, opening it up, you get this plastic sleeve. Try bend these as little as possible. Let's slide this sucker out. And there's the car. Nothing else inside, just to show you guys. Turn it around. So it comes in this protective plastic casing. Let's open it, get it out of here, and that's it. We got the car out. All right, so let's just take a quick look and spin her around, see what's going on. Man, this color is awesome. Man, this color is beautiful. Okay, so moving on over to what I do know. Once again, with this models, with the mini GTs, you are getting metal body, metal base, and you are getting rubber tires as well. Looking at the two, obviously these have got slicks on. This is a racing car, so what I like about this one here, obviously this won't have slicks. This is a road production car. It's got some thread pattern on the tires, which is detailed quite well there. Lovely looking. Let's see how she rolls. Nice rolling. Very nice. Weight wise, it's difficult to compare. I mean, you've got spoilers and all of that jazz on this particular model. But let's just take a look quickly at the rims. Right, you actually have, it's difficult to see, it's so small on these 1/64 scale cars, but it actually has in the center, you've got the Porsche logo on the rims there. Once again, door handles, detailed windows. Let's spin her around. Look at the front. You got inserted headlights with, it's got, looks like the light bulbs inside there. Painted, I don't know if that would be classified as the indicators. You also got some, I think the indicators, if I'm not mistaken, on the front, those will be the fog lights of some sort. And I think the indicators are on the side over here, or maybe they're both indicators. I have no idea. Let's turn her to the side. You got mirrors. Move to the rear. Okay, the rear tail lights. I just want to see, is that insert or painted? It looks painted. So the tail light is painted. You got the Porsche 911, which should at the bottom 911 Carrera S, and it's on the black section there it says Porsche. Got this rear air vent over here. The tailpipes. There you can see the Porsche better logo. You got rear tail lights, which is built into the body, but they are not color coded, but they are colored, so they really pop out that silver. Really done well. In the bottom, not too much going on there, but like I said, it is metal on metal. What's pretty cool is that I don't think you would be doing any modifications to this, but the bottoms, they do make use of normal screws. I don't know if they're Loctite or not, whereas on Hot Wheels they do rivet them in. So if ever you need to get this open for any sort of modification, it is a bit of a mission. Here it just uses your Phillips head screws, but yeah, I don't know if I would be modifying this. The cockpit on camera, bit difficult to see, but it is detailed very, very nicely. You can see all of the, it's got the chrono on the center of the dash there. Seeing inside is a bit difficult, but you got, how can I point this out? Wait, let me get to this. I've got some paintbrushes here that I can use. I don't want to use my knife to point things out. Okay, like this I can point out. You got on the windscreen, you got this little black set where your rear view mirror normally goes. That looks awesome. You got some detailing around the windscreen. Okay, this you also have detailing there. Like I said, comparing model for model is very, very difficult because they are different models. I wish I could have gotten, but I haven't been able to pick up a 911 Carrera S in the Hot Wheels. One thing definitely standing out, and I did mention it to you earlier on, is the mirrors. So if you look at these mirrors and you look at these mirrors, these little dinky things on the sides, and then you look at these mirrors, that is much more to scale. The way the headlights are fitted, like I said, these are inserted headlights, not painted, and they probably painted the little headlamp inside there. You got your Porsche logo. The rims, they also did a lovely job. These ones as well. Okay, I'm even moving to this one. These are all like race cars, so it's difficult to see, but you got your Porsche, like I said, the emblem on the front there. There are some small beautiful touches on this model. You can see it definitely is a little bit more of a premium model in terms of the inserted headlights and that. I'm not saying that you don't get inserted headlights on Hot Wheels, but normally where there's inserted headlights, they skimp on other. That's what they tend to do on Hot Wheels premiums and on their main lines. They will give you something but take something away. Whereas on the mini GTs, they try and do their best in every way that they possibly can. Even your exhaust pipes that are painted there into the body, really executed well. The lines of this car are beautiful. It's beautiful diecast. The color is fantastic. So basically, moving from this guy here to this is going to cost you 100 Rand more. And is it worth it? Well, honestly, guys, that's entirely up to you, depending what you guys are aiming for, what you guys want to do. If you're going to be leaving something stuck in a blister like this, then maybe it's not worth investing in something like this. If you're not going to be taking it out of the packaging and putting it on display, I mean, having just a box on display is pretty useless to me. Whereas with your Hot Wheels, you can leave them in the blister, display them on your wall or wherever you want to, and they'll look great. Whereas with the mini GTs, you've got to take them out. They got to be shown off. So depending what you want to do on that forefront. And then, is it worth paying that 100 Rand more premium? Look, you're paying what you pay for, what you get what you pay for. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to get to. You get what you pay for. Is there some shortcomings on the car? Yeah, probably. One thing that I've seen from others reviews is there's no brake rotors inside, and the bottom, I wish it had like maybe a bit more detail, but you don't really look at the bottom. Hot Wheels, I think, does a nicer job on their bottom, on their bases. They've got a little bit more detail there, but you're displaying your car like so, not upside down. So that's just small nitpickies. But the way the tampos are applied, they've done a superb job. Everything looks centered really well. Nothing looks misaligned. The Porsche badge there in the center is dead in the center there. Even the cockpit, like I was showing you guys, it's got the sports chrono in the center there. It's got nice bucket seats going on inside there. I wish you could open these doors. That would be fantastic. Let me just try to look inside. I was hoping I thought I saw the Porsche badge on the steering wheel, but I think I was mistaken. No, difficult to see inside. But there definitely is executed. The final finishing touches are definitely executed a lot better. So it's entirely up to you guys what your point of collecting is. I'm gonna get a nice Perspex box. I want to bolt because I've got a few of these incoming now. So I actually want to get a Perspex box made, and I'm going to display it something like this in a Perspex box. Just dust is the enemy, dust is the enemy. So yeah, I hope this helped you guys, just show you guys a little bit of the differences between your main lines, your Hot Wheels Premium, and then moving over to something like Mini GT. Do you get some things more detailed? Yes, but then the Premium even jumps up more. So I think this is a perfect balance of not okay. I was going to say not the most highly detailed, but this is detailed, pretty epic. But yeah, you get, you know, then you start looking at small, really small, finer details when you're moving on to even more premium things. So then you have to start seeing it, because the value of diminishing returns starts dropping. So you've gone from 50 now to 250. Is the value there? Well, if you're going to be sending it down a Hot Wheels track, I don't think so. I would just rather get these things, and you'll have a lot of fun with them. And they still look fantastic, these main lines, nothing wrong with them. But if it's for show, if it's for your office, you're putting it on display, then yeah. Oh man, that's lovely. Anyways, guys, enough blabbering on. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers for now.